hardest truth I've learned is that grief is not something you get over. It's not a wound that closes with time. It's a companion that walks beside you, shaping the way you see the world. We live in a culture that treats grief like a sickness, something to cure, something to fix. But grief is not an illness. It is the proof of love, still alive even when the person or the life you imagined is gone. Grief is not linear. It does not follow the neat steps we are told about. Some days you'll find yourself laughing, believing you've healed. Other days, the smallest memory will bring you to your knees. Both are true. Both are part of carrying what cannot be fixed. Viktor Frankl, who endured Auschwitz, wrote that those who survived were often the ones who held onto meaning. The thought of someone they loved, a reason to endure, a future worth fighting for. He said, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." Albert Camus asked a brutal question: if life is filled with suffering, is it still worth living? His answer was not to surrender, but to live fully, to resist despair by embracing each fragile, fleeting moment. Even in the face of loss, we can choose defiance, choosing life again and again, even when it feels absurd. Irvin Yalom reminds us that death awareness is both a terror and a gift. The knowledge that everything ends can paralyze us, but it can also awaken us, to hold people closer, to speak what we feel, to live with urgency, because none of us knows how much time is left. But grief is not just philosophy, it is heartbreak in the body. It is the quiet ache when you see their handwriting. It is the silence in a room where their voice should be. It is the empty chair at the table. It is the longing for one more conversation that will never come. Bianca Sparacino writes, "It is all I have lost that has set me free." Loss changes us. It breaks us open, forces us to rebuild, to carry scars that become part of our strength. Brianna Wiest says, "Healing is not a single moment. It's a lifelong unfolding." Sometimes healing means simply learning how to live alongside the ache. Sometimes it means letting your grief be loud instead of silenced. C.S. Lewis confessed, "The greater the love, the deeper the grief. They are inseparable. To choose love is to also choose someday loss." But would we give up love to avoid the pain? Most of us wouldn't, because grief, as crushing as it is also a mirror of how deeply we lived and how much we gave of ourselves. Nikita Gill writes of hope blooming in the ruins, that even when we feel broken, there are small reminders to hold on. The stars, the kindness of strangers, the simple fact that birds still sing on bad days. So if you are grieving, hear this. You do not need to be over it. You do not need to be better. You only need to keep breathing, one day at a time. Let your grief teach you tenderness. Let it remind you that love leaves a mark, and that mark is sacred. Grief is not the enemy of life. It is the echo of love. And though the echo may ache, it means the love remains.